In the first part of this pod, Sophia will talk about an international music festival she went to last year in England. We'll also discuss attending the Olympic Games. However, in order to do this in enough detail, you'll have to familiarize yourself with some key vocabulary and phrases. We have
Sirve, meaning it serves or it's useful for. Creo, meaning I believe or I think. No estoy de acuerdo con, meaning I don't agree with. Desde mi punto de vista, meaning from my point of view. Supongo que, meaning I suppose. Dicen que, meaning they say that. Hay beneficios y desventajas, meaning there are benefits and disadvantages. Lo que más me disgusta, meaning what I most dislike. Asqueroso, meaning disgusting. Único, meaning unique.
With this in mind, listen to Sophia's account. Pay close attention to her use of the preterite tense to describe completed actions and the imperfect tense to describe what a person used to do or was doing.
El año pasado, mi familia y yo fuimos a un festival de música internacional en Inglaterra. Es uno de los más famosos festivales mundiales. Nos quedamos 3 días allí. No pude creerlo cuando llegamos a un verdadero pueblo de tiendas y caravanas. Tanta gente de todas las edades.
Did you catch what she said? If not, don't worry. Listen again, this time in English.
Last year, my family and I went to an international music festival in England. It's one of the most famous festivals in the world. We stayed there for 3 days. I couldn't believe it when we arrived at an actual village of tents and caravans. So many people of all ages.
Listen again as she explains a little more about the festival. Pay close attention, as this time we'll ask you a few questions.
Había miles de entusiastas de todas partes del mundo. Desde mi punto de vista, uno de los beneficios de este festival es que hay más de 6 escenarios, donde actúan más de un centenar de bandas legendarias durante los 3 días. De este modo, siempre hay algo que te guste escuchar. Además, ponen pantallas enormes al lado de cada escenario, así que si te encuentras un poco lejos, puedes ver a la banda.
Okay, now that you've listened, let's go through a few questions together. First, how many fans could be found there?
Había miles de entusiastas de todas partes del mundo. There were thousands of fans from all over the world.
What does Sophia say is a benefit of the festival, and why?
Hay más de 6 escenarios, donde actúan más de un centenar de bandas legendarias durante los 3 días. De este modo, siempre hay algo que te guste escuchar. There are more than 6 stages where you can watch more than 100 legendary bands play during the 3 days. In this way, there will always be something you like to hear.
Are there any other benefits?
Además, ponen pantallas enormes al lado de cada escenario, así que si te encuentras un poco lejos, puedes ver a la banda. Also, they put up enormous screens at each side of the stage, so that if you find yourself a bit far away, you can still see the band.
Remember to include a range of different phrases and tenses when writing about the events you've experienced.
Before we end this pod, let's listen to Mateo explain his opinions about the Olympic Games.
Creo que los Juegos Olímpicos y otros concursos deportivos son eventos muy importantes en la vida. Claro, entiendo que hay desventajas también. Por ejemplo, creo que la mayor desventaja es que les cuesta muy caro a los países más pobres montar los juegos y muchas veces, en realidad, no se benefician mucho al terminar los juegos. Sin embargo, sirven para unir a la gente de muchos países y les dan la oportunidad de compartir algo en común.
In English, this translates as:
I think that the Olympic Games and other sporting events are very important in life. Of course, I understand that there are also disadvantages. For example, I think the biggest disadvantage is that it costs poor countries a great deal to put on the Games, and very often they don't actually benefit much when they're over. However, they serve to unite people from many countries and they give them the chance to share something in common.
Feel free to adapt the Spanish to suit your own needs and practice writing your own paragraphs on sporting and music events. Buena suerte!